sing a little bit of opera for us?
Io la musica son cae dolci accenti so fa tranquillo ogni turbato cuore. My house was like this crazy melting pot of music, and what that did for me is really open my mind to what I can imagine as an artist. So then it was like, Charu, you need to feed yourself. You need to be the singer that you want the world to see you being. I started out with an engineering degree and then I went fully into music. I finished my PhD in 17th century Italian opera and Carnatic. My mother, loved exploring what she could imagine with me. So I think when I was around 8 or 9, I kept telling her, Amma, put me with a vocal teacher. I want to learn vocal music. Vocal music. Arichu pidingi padthi eduthu
Opposite of what happened with me.
Look at
Just
that.
the re makes me want to cry.
Very
I don't
beautiful.
Know. Yeah. My father used to do this with me. ஒரு பாட்டு போட்டுட்டு like இந்த பாட்டு மாதிரி வர இந்த பாட்டு சொல்லி இந்த பாட்டு அப்போ எனக்கு அதோட பியூட்டி புரியல. I would just do it because I would get 50 rupees or 5 rupees.
I never want to judge people harshly for anything. I hate negativity. I hate people who bash others based on their own small lens.
இந்த டாபிக்கு கரெக்டான பாட்டு வந்து அஞ்சு வண்ண பூவேதான்.
ஓ விடாம ஓடி படாம ஆடி நிலாவ மீறி வினாவ சூடி பராரி போல பித்தேரி வாடி கொளாவி கூடி தொளாவி தேடி அனாதி பார்த்த அஞ்சு வண்ண பூவே அஞ்சு வண்ண பூவே உளிர்ந்து பேசும் ஒத்த குரல் போதும்.
I've always said this, I'm extremely jealous of people who can sing because they can captivate an entire audience with something as basic as a voice that everybody has. But to be able to do that, you need years of practice, not to mistake the passion for the art form. And in that aspect, I am so very glad to have Charulatha Mani ma'am on this podcast. Because there's a little bit of history. So சின்ன வயசில் வந்து பாட்டு கிளாஸ் எல்லார் வீட்லேயும் அனுப்புன மாதிரி எங்கள் வீட்லேயும் அனுப்பிச்சாங்க. பட் எனக்கு வந்து கட்டக்குரல்னு சொல்லி எனக்கு அந்த பெரிய அந்த மேலே ஸ்வரமெல்லாம் என்னால் ரீச்சே பண்ண முடியாது. ஸோ நான் வந்து ஒரு பாயிண்டில் இல்லை எனக்கு வேண்டாம், எனக்கு இது வரலை விட்டுடுங்கன்னு சொல்லும்போது கூட they used to take your music as an example saying இல்லை நீயும் பாடலாம். I'm not in any way trying to put myself at the same pedestal as you, but I'm saying you were a huge inspiration for me. I used to buy a lot of CDs, cassettes at the time of your classical music, not just yours, so many other artists. And to see you make the shift from classical music to film music was, in a way, validating for me because I used to do classical dancing and then I came into film dancing, which was konja shunned by most of the people in this ecosystem. So it was very inspiring. And the funniest thing is, so in the process ஆரம்பிக்கும் போது the first song that I did as a dancer was ஏன் உச்சி மண்டல.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. And அந்த பாடல் of course யாரும் தேடி கண்டுபிடிக்க முடியாது, ரொம்ப பின்னாடி இருந்தேன். I was 16 years old at that time. So அந்த பாட்டு வந்து நான் செட்ல கேட்கும் போதே உங்க குரல் வந்தபோது I knew it was you because I had heard so much of your music. But I want to hear from you, how did all of this happen? When did it start? How did it happen?
Hi Anusha, thank you for a very colorful introduction. It's very exciting to talk to you. Someone who has a background in the arts is always nice. அவங்களோட பேசுறது நமக்கு வந்து ஒரு நேட்டிவ் ஒரு கனெக்ஷன் கிடைக்கும். How this all happened was, I mean, நீங்க சொல்ற மாதிரி just, my family is really supportive in the sense that my mother, she plays the veena.
Okay.
So veena is a very beautiful instrument, it's a stringed instrument. And growing up with that sound in the house has always meant something for me. And so just hearing that, and she used to play a lot of music as well, whether it's Balamuri Krishna Garu or MS Lakshmi. வீட்டில் வந்து எப்போவுமே ஏதாவது ஒரு மியூசிக் போயிட்டுருக்கும். எங்கள் அப்பா வந்து ஹிந்தி சாங்ஸ்லாம் கேட்டுட்ருப்பாரு. And he also listens, my dad used to hear a lot of pop songs because he used to travel abroad.
Oh,
So
wow.
at the time he used to bring tapes of bands like Deep Purple, Santana playing the guitar, Julio Iglesias
That's incredible.
singing
Yeah.
some really amazing Spanish love songs. So I think my house was like this crazy melting pot of music. And what that did for me is really open my mind to what I can imagine as an artist. So I guess it all started there for me. I started, of course, I mean, I am a Carnatic singer at the core. And that is what defines my identity, melodic identity, my rhythmic identity as a singer and a composer. And of course, I forayed into films, as you said. Uh, that happened very organically for me. I didn't really orchestrate it. So it's been a journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were your parents singers or anybody in your family?
My mother plays a veena, but she's not a singer. My father had a good voice. He used to sing just like that at home, but he wasn't a professional. He was
No.
a engineer in the Merchant Navy. So it's really interesting how. But I've always remembered telling my mother that I want to sing.
Like, at what age do you think that happened?
That happened for me. I very clearly remember. So my mother, loved exploring what she could imagine with me, with my
Most of the
voice
time,
and-
I think that happened
yeah.
for
So
the
she used to
90s.
make me sit down and teach me complicated varnams and all. So once I was, she had taught me this Bhairavi, Viriboni or something. Viriboni neene kori. Very complicated varnam.
But how do you do like
At,
this is what I
around
mean.
5 years old. At around 5 years old, she taught me this. I was able to repeat it. So at that time only, she realized, I think, that I had some kind of inclination
flair.
for singing.
Mm.
At the same time, she would play the veena, but I never really showed the inclination to sit in front of a veena for hours and practice. I would listen to her, but I would always articulate vocally.
That is beautiful.
Yeah, and then I explicitly asked her, I think when I was around 8 or 9, I kept telling her, Amma, put me with a vocal teacher. I want to learn vocal music. Vocal music. அரிச்சு பிடுங்கி படுத்தி எடுத்து
Opposite of what happened with me. ஆமா.
Anyway, to each their own.
Yeah.
So around 7 or 8 years, but by then I was already singing pop songs. So my mother used to play these pop tapes and all that. So one of the first songs I sang was such a feeling's coming over me. There is wonder in most everything I see. Not a cloud in the sky, got the sun in my eyes, and I won't be surprised if it's a dream. I'm on the top of the world looking down on creation, and the only explanation I can find. This is Carpenters, one of their earliest, and that was something she liked. And so when I started singing, she put this tape and tried to make me sing. It's a very positive song. So as a child, I think I really liked it. So this is one of the first songs I learned. And then I used to sing in these talent nights in school. I was in Sishya school in Adyar, and in Sishya every month we used to have a talent hour. So I remember singing a few of these songs. So it happened very organically. Apro, I started singing Carnatic music. Properly, I went right into that. I just immersed myself into it and started doing concerts and stuff.
So this is not a new concept for you. The mixing and the fusion happened at a very, very young age.
Yes. In fact, that is what is the primary, I think, the driver.
Yeah.
If there's a seed that germinates
Yes.
with us as we grow and evolve as humans, whether it's artistic identity or your identity as a person. So as you say, it's began quite early.
Very
I
early.
think. But now, you know how they say about metacognition, like you think about your thinking. And then when I think about my thinking, why am I a maverick? Why am I always wanting to do stuff that's inclusive and genre bending and genre inclusive and blending? It's because I have always been
That's
like
what, because your influence has always been from both worlds.
Absolutely.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So did you ever think of anything else that you wanted to do other than sing?
Yeah, so I was always academically pretty good,
Okay.
and so I kind of liked physics and stuff. I got into the College of Engineering Gindi with a mechanical engineering degree, and I passed very well. And I got a job as well, but I didn't take the job. At that time, it was like only when you're leaving something for something else for real, it hits you. So I remember when I got that job, that time only I was like, no, but I want to become a singer full time. I want to
Oh
become
my
a
God.
professional. So then it hit me, like having that opportunity. And similarly, I got an opportunity to go and study further in Germany to do engineering further, like a scholarship kind of opportunity. And when the professor called me and a few other students and told that we were selected to do that, I felt like running a mile rather than celebrating. So it's like you listen to your gut. So such occurrences told me where my heart was.
Do you feel like being in the arts for such a long time since a very young age, your self awareness had increased much more than if you had done something else?
Self awareness, yeah, definitely. And the way in which we are able to meditatively go inside
A
and really
process.
seek something more spiritual, a deeper meaning in existence. That is for sure. That's for sure. And the arts are become like a window for us. But also it can be blinding.
Yeah.
See, because it's a double-edged sword. So in one way, the arts will give you a way to step back from everything and really look at life as one, big collage or a watercolor. But it also gives you that obsession to go so close that you're seeing pixel after pixel of something and finding fault with yourself or
Yeah,
finding
self
fault with
critique.
circumstances. So I mean, there are moments when I have been very sort of pulled down, and there are moments where I've been really upbeat. And I think it's a typical artistic
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
trajectory. Off late, I mean, I'm very mellowed down the last maybe 10 years of my life. And that, as you say, I started out with an engineering degree and then I went fully into music. I did my kacheris, I went into film singing. And after that, in 2015, I migrated with my family to Australia.
Okay.
And what happened there was very interesting because I started my PhD
Okay.
at
In
the
music.
Queensland, yeah, in music, at the Queensland Conservatorium, Griffith University, where PhD is a very rigorous academic journey.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
I started doing a lot of research. I started writing a lot, academic writing, conference presentations, formal uh, situations with high-level university colleagues. Um, and an environment where I was thrown in the deep end, but I had fun. And what that so I kind of imagined myself as an academic practitioner and a researcher and a artist all at
Artists all
once,
at once, yeah.
which is quite common in the West actually. I have a lot of good friends who are very good artists of a national, international reputation, but also are professors. So that is quite possible, and I thought I was going to be one of them because I finished my PhD in 17th century Italian opera and Carnatic,
Yeah,
and then
I wanted to touch a little bit of that.
yeah.
Do you can you sing a little bit of opera for us?
Yeah, definitely. So what I kind of researched was how that the ornamentation that we have in Carnatic or Indian practice reflects in a very sort of early modern European
In terms of the
multicultural
modulation
context
and
in terms of the modulation, in terms of the dramatic expression.
okay.
So for instance, one of the first operas ever written was La Orfeo, which is a story of Orpheus, right? And Eurydice. It's a Greek fable that has been adapted to opera. Opera, for those of you who may not be familiar, which is a lot of us actually in the Indian
Yeah, me
subcontinent,
too.
is where people sing a drama. So it's actually a drama, it's like a film. Only the medium of communication is singing.
Okay.
So it's a very interesting thing to watch and hear. So the very first opera, the Italian opera, that's what I took up for my research. So what you're going to hear now is the personification of music. So music as a character comes on screen, comes on stage, and she starts to sing. And this is in Italian. But what I did for my research is I took those passages and I saw it from the context of ragam,
Okay.
and I put some of the Indian ornaments on it. So I'm going to sing one line without any ornaments,
Okay.
and then I'm going to imbue it with some
Yeah.
Indian. Io la musica son Kai dolci accenti, sofà tranquillo, ogni turbato cuore, ed or di nobilira, ed or d'amore, posso infiammar le più gelate menti. So this is plain. But with Carnatic sort of lens. Io la musica son kai dolci accenti, so fa tranquillo ogni turbato core, ed or di nobilira ed or d'amore posso infiammar le più gelate menti. Ma pada sani da pa ma da pa mari sari ma pada sani da pa.
It's so beautiful. I might cry. It's so beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Is she singing about a
She's
loss?
saying that io la musica, I am music, son, kai dolce accenti, with sweet accents. So far tranquillo, ogni turbato core. Tranquillo means peace,
Yeah,
tranquility. So far tranquillo, ogni turbato core. Turbato core means like turbulent hearts. Core means heart, and turbato means turbulent.
Turbulent.
So what she says is, with my sweet accents, I give peace. So far
those
tranquillo to turbulent hearts.
Wow.
Et or the noble ira, whether one has a noble sense of anger, even anger, which is ira. Ira is a sense of anger, IRA in Italian. Whether it is noble anger or whether it is amore,
Love.
or the amore, whether it's love, posso infiammar, these kind of both anger and love, they are saying that they both inflame the hearts. Posso infiammar. So inflammatory, right? That's the word in English. The Latin root infiammar means it sets on fire, sets alight. Le più gelate menti, it sets on fire even the most coldest of minds. Gelate means
Like
really
gelato.
cold, like cold.
Yeah.
Menti means mind. So it really sets on
Wow.
fire, and so so that really encapsulates the first
But
stanza.
as you said, I mean, I wasn't able to understand it to this depth, but the music, and like you said, how opera is just a visual representation or an audio representation of a story. It kind of felt that. Do you feel like it's because of the ragams? Like, do particular ragams represent particular emotions?
Yes, I've really researched it. So, and the answer is I don't know. I've sat with it for many years. It's like, so throughout my PhD, but also I did a postdoctoral research fellowship in lullabies, where once again,
Yeah, I
your
read about
question
that.
brings to bear on that as well, in the sense that a lot of what we convey as emotions from a mother to child through a lullaby, an innocent song, that is transparent across cultures. Even that, is it the ragam, is it the words, is it the movement
Yeah.
that the body has? We would never know. But I think, from what I understand, it's an assembly of these factors. So there's melodic things, but there's also the rhythmic things, there's the
Yeah.
words. So எல்லாமே சேர்ந்து ஒரு
சேர்ந்துதான்.
ஒரு கலவையாக தான் வருது. அதனால தான் ஐ ஃபீல் லைக் வாய்ப்பாட்டு அப்படிங்கிறதுக்கு அவ்வளோ விஷயம் இருக்குது. இப்போ வயலினில் ஒரு விஷயம் வாசிக்கும் போது அது ஒரு இமோஷன் கன்வே பண்ணும். பட் அதோட எக்ஸ்டென்ட்னா இதோட எக்ஸ்டென்ட் வேற ஒரு எக்ஸ்டென்ட்னா we are not comparing it, we are saying that their trajectories itself are
It's
different.
different. Yeah.
So they take us to different places.
Yeah, for example, I would always think that a Mohanam is more a happy, chirpy feeling, and a Sindhu Bhairavi is a more
Serious.
serious, like painful thing. But do you feel like the opposite is possible?
The opposite has been made possible. I'll give you an example very soon,
Yeah.
with the work of none other than Mr. A.R. Rahman. But I do agree with you in the sense that Sindhu Bhairavi Mari or a ragam, it's very meditative, it's very sort of grounding, whereas Mohanam can be a very open ragam. That's because Sari ga pa da sa da ba ga ri. That's because Mohanam has got a major third scale degree difference. Sari ga pa ga pada sari sada pada ba gari gari sada pada sari ga pa re sa ga pa. That interval, which is that
Okay.
it's a chord. If you play sa ga pa, it's a major chord. It is the core of all sort of the whole diatonic, the major diatonic, whatever compositions that are happy that you see in the spectrum.
That's what I mean. Yeah, yeah.
Ta 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 da, 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 that is do re mi fa. And that is your major scale in Western music. That's Shankarabharanam. அது கமக்கத்தோட பாடும்போது அது சங்கராபரணம் ஆறுது. But in the, that's why Mohanam gives you a sense of openness. It's like looking at a morning sunrise. Whereas a Sindhu Bhairavi, pada pamagarisa, look at that,
Just
the
the
minor
re
third.
makes me want to cry.
Very
I don't
beautiful.
know. Yeah.
That's because the, you know, you're so right. That is pamaga. That itself is a minor third scale degree.
Yeah.
When a minor sagari, along with that, if you put that that second scale degree also,
It does something. It
it's
really
very
does.
beautiful.
Yeah.
And that's a Phrygian mode, what they call as a Phrygian mode. It is common across the world actually. So when you look at the Greek modes, they call this Sarigamapadani Sanidapamagari sa. Intervallically, if you look at it as intervals, this mode was called the Phrygian mode. We call it like Todi. Hanuma Todi is very close to Sindhu Bhairavi. And in North India, you know, it's called Bhairavi.
In Hindustani music.
In Hindustani. And we have it in the Middle East, where there's a lot of use of this ragam. So as you say, it's very evocative.
Yeah.
So what you feel that Mohanam is happy and Sindhu Bhairavi is a bit serious is absolutely spot on, and has a lot to do with the intervals, which is really sound hertz. You know,
Yeah.
the way in which.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But
the
also,
frequency.
but also Anusha, I think it's to do with the gamakas. Pada pa magare sa. See?
Yeah.
Gare ne ni sa gama pa ni da ni da pada sa ni da pa ga ga da ma re sa. When you sing like that, it
Yeah.
becomes even more evocative.
Yeah.
Which is why Indian music, I think the emotive quality that Indian ragas have are unparalleled.
That's what I mean. I'm so jealous of singers. You just made
Well,
me
you
feel
have-
so much without ever moving an inch to the right or
From
left.
jealousy, we need to bring the spectrum
No, no.
to
I mean,
joy.
I know, I understand.
I'm kidding.
I'm using the word jealousy a bit
No,
loosely.
no, I
But
understand.
I just mean like I get so moved listening to
Yes.
music because of the impact that it truly has. You can just sit in one place and feel so many.
You can.
deep
And
things.
being in one place physically, it just moves you to a world of experiences. Going back to what I said, I would give a demonstration of how Mohanam
Yes.
is used in different way by AR.
Yes.
See, போராளி பொண்ணு தாய் பொல பொலவென்று கண்ணீர் விட்டு தண்ணீருஞ்சோறும் தந்த மண்ண விட்டு சாமந்தி பூவா ஊமத்தம்பூவா கருத்தம்மா இந்த பூவம்மா. There he touches on some minor notes.
I've never even thought of this.
But
That's
look,
incredible.
this is an example.
Incredible.
And in the same film, Kirakku Chimaile, AR gives a happy version of the same song. போராளி பொண்ணு தாய் போகிற போக்கில் மனச தொட்டு கருகட்டு கருத போல வெக்கப்பட். So there the tempo is faster. And he doesn't tug at the heartstrings so much. But with the slower interpretation of that one, Swarnalatha has sung it so beautifully. And what a song, huh? So he gives an example where a ragam like Mohanam also, when treated with some sensitivity,
Yeah.
can really move us.
The pull and tug. a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
bit,
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, my father used to do this with me. ஏதோ ஒரு பாட்டு போட்டுட்டு he'd be like இந்த பாட்டு மாதிரி வேற எந்த பாட்டு இருக்கு சொல்லி இந்த பாட்டு அப்போ எனக்கு அதோட பியூட்டி புரியல. I would just do it because I would get 50 rupees or 5 rupees. But now, a lot of the times when I listen to songs, I understand why I'm drawn towards certain songs because maybe I'm drawn to the raga behind it, or like you said,
Yes. There's something about it that is taking you in.
yeah, something about it. I cannot put a finger on it, but something. Like, can you sing have you heard the recent AR song, the Carnatic and Mani song?
Oh yeah, I'm in love with that song.
I know,
in,
right?
In both Hindi and Tamil.
Yeah.
And that is Darbari. And I recently performed with Rahman sir.
Yeah.
on February 14th at the Valentine's Day show at the Nehru outdoor, and that was a mind-blowing experience in front of 50,000 people. And what really stands out for me in that show, of course, I was really happy to sing Anjuvanna Puve, my song from Thug
Yeah.
Life that AR has gifted to me so generously, and such a beautiful song. I was so glad to perform that with him, with some improvisations. We sang it with Swara improvisations. We
Yeah.
did something fun with it. But what really stands out for me from that night is hearing him sing Divana Divana Carnatic and Mani live
Yeah.
and actually seeing him do it.
Yeah.
And also in the rehearsal, when he sang it, even in the rehearsal, I was having goosebumps because he just closed his eyes and went into his own. And he opened his eyes only when he was done.
Yeah, I wonder what, like, I always want to understand the minds of a musician or a singer, because where do you go to get those feelings out?
Yeah, I think it's a sense of very deep sense of knowing or something that's very like surrender, you know. And I think a lot of people use the word surrender in different ways. I mean, we've heard people speak about it in religion, we've heard
Yeah.
people speak about it in spirituality, uh, even in terms of just, you know, just surrendering to the creative process.
Yeah.
But I think when you start singing, there's something that's beyond. It's you, but it's also you and the cosmos. It's you and the audience.
Something, yeah, yeah, yeah.
You want me to sing a bit of Divana,
Yes,
right?
please.
Yeah. सजना के सजदे में इतना रहने लगे दीवाना दीवाना दुनिया कहने लगे रंग बिरंगे नाज उठा के याद को अपने पास बिठा के दीवाना दीवाना दुनिया कहने लगे पसरी गजदनी पसा पा मगम पदा नीदा पा magam pa maga sani pa.
My
It's
God,
a very beautiful song.
beautiful.
Yeah,
What a beautiful.
all
And
the
then
sargams and
yeah,
everything.
and there's a part where he does. "Aaj ko apne-"
Yeah.
And I'm like, don't do it. Yeah. And எனக்கு என்ன புரியாதுன்னா where do they go to come here, but I guess it's their own. At one point maybe we will find out.
I think it's also, Anusha, about the influences we draw on very early on in our careers.
Yeah,
So we know that, you know, someone like Rahman sir, he's always spoken about his fascination for Fateh Ali Khan Sahab.
Yes.
Huzrat Fateh Ali Khan.
Yeah.
Likewise, you know, we know that Raja sir, if you take Raja sir, even his life, he draws a lot on the folk music of his village. Whether it is, you know, something like Annakili onna tedude ஆறு மாசம் ஒரு வருஷம் அவரம்பு மேனி வாடுதே. How does one compose something like that without being connected? அந்த மண்ணோட மனம், அந்த மக்களோட இசை, அந்த மக்களோட அந்த வார்த்தைகள் அதெல்லாம் சேர்ந்து தான் ஒரு மனுஷனுக்கு அவருக்கு அந்த ஹார்மோனியம் வைக்கும்போது அந்த பாட்டு வந்திருக்கு அப்படின்னு நினைக்கும் போதே நமக்கு அது அவர் அதை பற்றி யோசிச்சிருக்கலாம் அப்படின்னு தோணுறது இல்லை. ஸோ அந்த I think the answer to your question is, where do people go now? I think they go to a place where it's familiar, it's comfortable, and something that they're very attuned to.
That's beautiful. When let's talk about your film experience. When you first got the opportunity, were you happy about it, or did you second guess it as Venuma and the Madri?
I was very happy about it because I knew very earlier on in life that India is a country where film is celebrated.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that it doesn't require a genius to infer that, because when you even look at top performing Carnatic artists, whether it's M.S. Subbulakshmi, she started career in films. She in fact acted.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Meera padam,
oh yes,
Seva
correct,
Sadanam padam, எவ்வளோ படத்தில் ஆக்ட் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. And a lot of her stardom, she owes it to her screen presence, and then it came to the beautiful voice, and then came the Carnatic flowering, which made her the empress.
Yeah.
of Carnatic music. So her career is a clear example. Similarly, MLV Amma, she has sung a lot in films. When you look at even, shifting to the male kind of singers, you have G.N. Balasubramaniam, you've had people like Unnikrishnan sir,
Yeah, yeah.
and then Bombay Jayashree ma'am, of course, who has been a huge inspiration for me growing up. So I watched her, and as you say, my voice is more of a very alto, contralto, mezzo soprano voice. My voice is not like S. Janaki Amma. So for a
You
person
put
like
it in a
me,
way better way than I did. Sincere apologies, I didn't know the right words, but that's exactly what
yeah,
I
that's
meant.
exactly
Yeah.
right. And the mellowness, so I feel like the mellowness that a good mezzo voice, we call it a mezzo voce, which is a very kind of, it's a middle a spectrum voice in terms of the vocals frequencies. It's a voice that's very motherly. It's a voice that is loving and can be very erotic as well. So that voice it's underexploited, I think, in Indian cinema.
I think so too,
And
yeah.
today we've got singers like Madhubanti Bagchi in northern India who have like tones similar to that, and Bombay Jayashree ma'am has demonstrated it, and I'm so glad that I've been able to communicate that voice with all my film songs.
Yeah.
Whether it is సదా నన్ను నడిపే నీ చెలిమే పూదారై నిలిచే ప్రతి మలుపు ఇకపై స్వాగతమై నా పేరే పిలిచే తందాయ్ 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 ఇన్బం కన్నా ఆ from Mahanati film.
Beautiful, yeah.
So Mickey Mayer gave me the song and told me that this song is a song that expresses the deepest pain of one of the greatest actresses of ever,
Yeah,
Savitri Garu.
yeah.
And I was like, I mean, you couldn't have given me a tougher brief, mate. I mean, what do I do with this brief now? Then he said, no, you don't worry, you just sing. You just sing as you do, because
It
I'm
fits the
calling
bill
you
already.
because you are the voice for that. So then he set me at ease, and it was one of the most memorable songs to record. So I guess what I'm saying is that voice mellowness. So I learned that was possible, and even to get people out of that context of the Indian cinema singing being all upper octave. No, I love Lata Mangeshkar. I love Lata Mangeshkar, but I would take a Lata ji song or a Janaki Amma song and I would sing it in my own voice
Yeah,
only.
yeah,
Right?
absolutely.
You like Sivaji Ganesan sir's Vasanam, but if Dhanush speaks it, he's gonna be Dhanush when he speaks it.
Yeah.
And that is what people want from Dhanush. They don't want a Sivaji replica, they want Dhanush. So I guess I learned that an individual has a lot to offer to the community.
Were you always this? I mean, I feel like this kind of attitude comes from someone who's secure about who they are, their talent, and their passion and the work they've put in. Were you always this secure, or did you learn it?
I learned it with difficulty only. No, see, I was always a confident person. I am always a confident person even now. But sometimes I think we step into a field with limiting beliefs. So I guess in the late 2000s or the early 2010s, when I started out singing in films, it was still considered kind of left of center
That's
to
what I mean,
actually
yeah.
have a singer with a mellow sort of voice like mine to sing mainstream songs. It was like, okay, there'd be this odd item
Yeah,
song.
call her for that
For
song.
that.
Yeah.
Of course, still that attitude is here. It's still going on to an extent. But appa innume irundhathu. So on the time, of course, there were times when I was thinking, okay, who am I? What am I doing here? But that also helps because you keep growing your craft and you keep growing your brand. So I guess if I had gotten too secure and too comfortable just being a playback singer, doing the work I was given by others, then I would have limited myself to a certain songs.
So
And I
the
would have,
insecurity was a little bit of a blessing in
நல்லதுதான்
disguise.
ஆமா அது இன்செக்யூரிட்டின்னு இல்ல
தேடல்.
அது அது வந்து இல்ல அது வந்து ஃபாலிங் பேக் ஆன் ourselves செல்ஃப் டிபெண்டன்ஸ் it's like it's like training a teenager. So when you're a teenager you don't know the value of money, so when mom keeps giving you money you keep spending money, but when mom says no, I've given you 50 rupees for the week and that's it. Make your way. Then the teenager starts thinking, how do I make money? Do I get a part-time job? Do I do something productive? Do I teach? Do I become a tutor? So similarly, when I was given Uchi Mandela for by Vijay Antony sir, then I was given Chillax, and then a few songs here and there. But it wasn't like there was a windfall. It wasn't like everyone was calling me and I became Shreya Ghoshal overnight. It didn't
Yeah,
happen.
yeah.
So then it was like, Charu, you need to feed yourself. You need to be the singer that you want the world to see you being. So then I did more practice in Carnatic. I started Isai Painam, which blends classical and film, fusion concerts, which became very successful. So I guess lack is not really lack. It is opportunity to grow your own craft. And that's what I think is sustaining me, right? It's like starting your business. When you don't get a job, one way is, oh my God, the workforce won't accept me. That's one way of looking at it. The other way is, with my skills, how can I make myself more productive and earn my own money?
Yeah.
So a lot of entrepreneurs' journey is very similar, right? You have a qualification, but then you come out and then you're like, is this what,
Enough?
is this enough? Is this what I want?
Yeah.
Or is this enough for my appetite? So I guess every artist has an appetite, and this is not talked about much at all, and never in the mainstream media. So see, even as an actor, I feel like there are people who are actors, and there are actors who become directors, and there are directors who become actors, and there are people who produce, and there are people who do all of that.
Yeah.
If you take George Clooney, or if you take Matthew McConaughey, or if you in right here Dhanush, if you take Dhanush, Idli Kade is an example. What is fantastic foray? He's a director, he's an actor, he's done a lot in that film.
Yeah. A
I mean, one can
singer,
see that.
songwriter.
Of course, a singer songwriter. He started that. So I guess it's like, what else can I do? And that palette becomes very fluid. It's
Without
very,
thinking,
yeah.
is it going to be a success or not? Just
No,
give
it's
it your
just
shot.
it's the appetite.
Yeah.
It's actually
The
it's
appetite.
something like you have 10 foods on a table. If you're not hungry, you're just gonna have one kind of one dosa or idli and leave. But if
Yeah.
you're hungry, you'll be like, okay, I want to try this, I want to try
Everything.
that. It's about enthusiasm. It's
Curiosity.
about appetite. With that appetite comes the capacity and the skills. Because the skills, they say that if you get a job, you take it and then you do what you have to do to make the job work for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you have an appetite to do A, B, C, and D, the skills for that, you need to just like burn the midnight oil, do 20-hour days and pick it up if you have to. But you just have to do it.
Yeah.
So I learned that. I mean, now I produce as well. So I produce music on Logic. I compose, and I've been enjoying composing. So it's just like it's been a very great process. But I guess what I'm trying to say is, in singers, it's quite rare. Still,
Yeah.
because most people want to be. I'm just going to put this out there, right? Most people want to be seen as very lucky, fortunate, and blessed. It's almost
Okay.
it's almost like a thing. It's like, oh
Oh,
my
like
God.
luck factor with the singing. Acha, acha, okay.
Everyone is just showering this individual with songs. And that's how a star, अरे बहुत बड़ा star है यार वो it's not like this person has worked their way up and really like slept on the streets to become a star. That story is like nice only, but that it's nice when Ed Sheeran says it.
Yeah.
It's nice when,
After you've achieved
Rajnikant
something.
talks about his stint. But it's not that glamorous if a female artist talks about it. Female artists are like, Ma Lakshmi aayi hai. Sakshat. Let's give her more. So that struggle is not sexy in a woman. And
That's
I
really
don't think
unfortunate.
and I don't think it's been talked about much.
That's actually was going to be my next question is financial viability in a career as an artist or a singer. Nobody talks about it because like you said, I think a lot of people do ride on lucky
Yeah, they
charm.
like to be seen as lucky. They like to be, and that's good only. There's nothing wrong in having a lucky girl syndrome. Everyone needs that. But yeah, do go on.
But how difficult is it? Because it's not like you're going, like you said, after Chillax and the first song? It's not like you said that songs
Yeah,
were not
songs
showering.
came, but it wasn't like a shower.
Yeah.
And not just for me, for any
Anyone,
artist.
yeah. So how viable is it?
See, it's not, like I said, we need to have a portfolio career. A lot of people who started out with me are now not really mainstream into that at all. They're doing various things. They're enjoying life. Their mother, I mean, they're living their lives. They're entrepreneurs or they do other things. Of course, they sing. A lot of them have become singers. They have become choral arrangers. I mean, you have a various spectrum of things,
Okay.
and a lot of people performing on stage. But the viability of it is that one needs to be evolving with change. One needs to be ready to roll with the punches.
That's what I wanted
You
to
really
ask.
can't get wedded to one identity and say that I am going to be this identity. If that works for me, it'll be okay. Otherwise, I'm going to not do something. Uh, then in that case, you're doing music for, it's like you're joining a company for a salary, and when you're made redundant, you just leave the job. That is not music for me.
Yeah.
But I respect those people who think of it like that. There's
Yeah, that's
nothing
fine
wrong
too.
with it.
Yeah.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with it, and then you go on to the next best thing. So there are all sorts. பறவைகள் பலவிதம் ஒவ்வொன்றும் ஒரு விதம் இல்லையா? ஸோ உலகத்துல பல பேர் இருக்கா, யாரையுமே ஜட்ஜ் பண்ணக்கூடாது.
ஆமாமா.
ஃபர்ஸ்ட்லி அண்ட் ஃபைனான்ஸ் விஷயத்துல சில பேர் they're born in wealthy families, right? A lot of art comes from people who are comfortable.
Privileged. Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask.
Privileged.
You know,
Yeah.
if you are a struggling artist who
Yeah.
does not make money but is immensely talented, you
Yeah.
still have not made it in the eyes of,
No.
I think, general success or definition. Again, நீங்க சொன்ன மாதிரி that is also subjective, but we don't look at it like that.
No.
இவ எவ்வளோ சக்ஸஸ்ஃபுல், எவ்வளோ பாட்டு பாடிருக்கா, எவ்வளோ சார்ஜ் பண்ணுறா, அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு கான்செப்ட்குள்ளே போகும்போது most of art dies because of the lack of privilege sometimes.
Yeah, correct. And the hunger also comes from a lack of privilege. So you
Yeah.
see, some of the most successful artists come from penury.
Mm.
And some of the most successful artists and people, socialites or designers, even anyone, comes from very wealthy families. The middle order is very hard to find.
Yeah.
You know, but you do have that as well. So I think it's more of who is secure enough to say that it's okay if I don't become super successful, I'm here for the art. அந்த ஒரு அக்செப்டன்ஸ்
Would
வந்துருச்சுன்னா
you say you're like that?
நான் எப்பவுமே அப்படிதான். And that is why I was very comfortable taking a hiatus of 8 years and going off to Australia to do my PhD, to do a postdoc. I even worked as professor for 2 years. I was considering a serious career in academia. I got my tenure at the University of Tasmania when I came for a vacation here in Chennai, and that's when, you know, long due meeting with Rahman sir happened, and so he called me during COVID, I think, when I was in Australia. We had a first conversation. It was really beautiful and interesting. He had seen some of my raga videos, and he called, and then because I couldn't travel during COVID, 2023 when I came here, that meeting, he gave me Anjuvanna Puve to sing for Thug Life. And that was so good. And after that, you know, there was a perspective shift in my mind, and a lot happened during that thing. I had a lot of concerts and everything. And then so my husband and I, we decided we'll relocate here. So I gave my resignation the same time I got my tenure.
Wow.
So it was very interesting. And
So
I
you
guess,
always put music first, in
I've
a way.
always put music first, but also not just that, you know, the fame or what it gives, but the self-satisfaction it
Yeah.
gives. Because see, also, as a singer, the vocal cords are a muscle. There is a shelf life for everything, even for instrumentalists. So for a female singer, I mean, it's like 40 years of life you can really do in your prime. 40 to 50 years. And so that is like if someone starts singing at 15, their voice becomes like super at 20, they work hard, and then by the time they're 60, 65, it's like that graph will
Slow down.
will go down. And these are the natural progression. So I realized, I guess, that time is the biggest wealth in the world. So when you know that time is the biggest wealth in the world, and that is very important, where you put your time and what you get for it, not materially alone. Of course, it matters to me to earn money, but also self-satisfaction wise, then the equation shifts a bit in the
Just
brain.
priorities appana.
Just priorities. But I have to say, I have been privileged. Da. It's like if I don't acknowledge my privilege, I'm being a hypocrite. And I don't like to be a hypocrite, nor do I like hypocrites. So I think I've been very privileged. I've born in a very well-to-do family, um, and married well. And it is a privilege to be able to give a resignation and walk out from a very high-paying job. And the fact that I could do it is not a reflection of I'm a strong person or anything. It's a reflection of how secure I think I am financially, which is a grace of God and the circumstances I've been born into. Which is why I never want to judge people harshly for anything. I hate negativity. I hate people who bash others based on their own small lens.
Yeah.
So if someone is telling me அவளுக்கு என்ன அவளுக்கு பணம் இருக்கு அப்படின்னு சொல்லும்போது அது நானே
அதுக்கு என்ன
சொல்லிட்டேனே.
பண்றது?
இல்ல அதை நானே இப்போ சொல்லிட்டேன். அது நானே சொல்லிட்டேன். நீங்க யாரும் சொல்றதுக்கு முன்னாடி நானே சொல்லிட்டேன். எனக்கு அந்த ப்ரிவிலேஜ் இருக்க கண்டு தான் நான் வந்து
பட் ஆனா அது எது பண்ணாலும் ஏதாவது ஒரு குறை சொல்லுவாங்க. காசு இருந்தாலும் சொல்லுவாங்க, இல்லனாலும் சொல்லுவாங்க.
பட் அது அவங்க பட்ட அடி வேதனையோட ஒரு பிரதிபலிப்பு தான். இப்போ நான் வந்து லைக் சம்டைம்ஸ் நம்ம சொல்றோம் அவங்களுக்கு என்ன அப்படின்னு சொல்றோம். பட் அது சொல்லும்போது we need to check ourselves. அந்த நேரத்தில் தான் நம்ம வந்து இவ்வளோ சங்கீதம் பாடிருக்கோமே, இவ்வளோ ஸ்பிரிச்சுவலாக இருக்கமே, நம்ம இவ்வளோ ஒரு ஆஸ் எ ஹியூமன் நம்ம எங்கே இருக்கோம் அப்படின்னு நம்மளை கேலிப்ரேட் பண்ணோம். அது வந்து நம்மளே தான் கேலிப்ரேட் பண்ணிக்கணும், செக் பண்ணிக்கணும். இல்லை
பியூட்டிஃபுல்.
அதனால் நீங்கள் கமெண்ட் போட போகிற ஒவ்வொருத்தருமே உங்களுக்கு செக் பண்ணிவிட்டு அதுக்கப்புறம் டைப் பண்ணுங்கள். கேலிப்ரேட் பண்ணிக்கோங்க. ஏன்னா கேலிப்ரேஷனே இல்லாமல் ரொம்ப ஓடிட்டுருக்கு. இப்போ சோஷியல் மீடியாவில் செல்ஃப் ரிஃப்ளெக்ஷனே இல்லாமல் வந்து டைப்பிங் பண்ண முடியுதுன்னு கைப்பாட்டுக்கு மூவ் ஆகுது, பிரெயின் பாட்டுக்கு மூவ் ஆகுது. அது
நம்மளுக்கு நாலேஜே இல்லாத டாபிக்ஸ் பற்றி கூட
நாலேஜே இல்லாத டாபிக்ஸ் பற்றி பேசுறது தப்பு. ஆனால் வந்து அதோட தப்பு என்னன்னா ஒருத்தரை ஹர்ட் பண்ணுறோன்னு தெரிஞ்சுட்டே ஹர்ட் பண்ணுறது. அது வந்து ஆமாம், அது ஆல்சோ செல்ஃப் லோதிங்கையும் காமிக்குது. இப்போ பீப்புள் பப்ளிக் மத்தியில் இப்போ மென்டல் ஹெல்த் எப்படி இருக்குங்கிறதே we don't know. ரெண்டாவது வந்து மற்றவங்களே இவ்வளோ மட்டமாக பேசுகிறீங்கன்னா நீங்கள் உங்களையே எப்படி பேசிப்பீங்க அப்படிங்கிறத நினச்சா எனக்கு வேதனையாக இருக்குது. அதனால no, I've also been there. இல்லை, we've all
definitely we've been on both
we've
ends.
all been on both ends. We've all been like bashing up the person in front of us because they've been more successful. We've all been like, oh, I'm
the
not
one
a bad
receiving
person.
the bashing.
We've received the bashing. Adirthukku, but also no, I'm not a bad person. I've consciously made a choice to be a good person. I'm going to be happy for my best friend's success.
Yeah.
Apdi we need to tell, or I'm going to be happy that girl.
For a stranger even. Yeah.
வாழ்த்து சொல்லுங்க. அது மாதிரி அது வாழ்த்து சொல்றதுங்கிறது ஒரு கல்டிவேட் பண்ணிக்க வேண்டிய ஸ்கில் தான். இதெல்லாம் வந்து நம்ம கல்டிவேட் தான் பண்ணிக்கணும்.
ஸோ இந்த டாபிக்கு கரெக்டான பாட்டு வந்து அஞ்சு வண்ண பூவே தான்.
ஐ திங்க் ஸோ.
அது பாடிடுங்க.
ஆமாம். ஓ விடாம ஓடி படாம ஆடி நிலாவ மீறி வினாவ சூடி பராரி போல பித்தேரி வாடி கொளாவி கூடி தொளாவி தேடி அனாதி பார்த்த அஞ்சு வண்ண பூவே உளிர்ந்து பேசும் ஒத்த குரல் போதும். அஞ்சு வண்ண பூவே காணலையே உன்ன நந்தவனமோ ஓர் மலரோ தாய்மையின் குரலோ பேரருளோ உலகத்தில் இல்லை. வட்ட வட்ட பாத சுத்துதைய கால எங்க இனி போவ பதனி சரி நிரி சனி தப மகம பத மத மகரி சரி கமரி கச அஞ்சு வண்ண பூவே வா கொஞ்சி விளையாடு கமதனி சதாமா மத மக சரி கமரி கசா.
So beautiful.
Thank you.
Tissues கூட வைக்கல பக்கத்துல. It's beautiful.
Thank you, Anusha. Thanks a lot. And this song, it's really changed my life. But I also want to say that, you were asking about this the struggles in the life of an artist. I guess the message I want to share, also on the flip side, on the very joyful side of things, is that sometimes a song can just change your life, and that has to happen constantly for an artist. So, like even for a film star, I mean, when you look at someone like Alia Bhatt, you've seen her in Highway, then you've seen her in various films, and then she does this Raja or Rani ki Prem Kahani, something that lifts, so it's like a bar graph. So there are films that lift you, lift you, lift you. Just when you think you're low, one thing will come and lift you. So you need to believe in magic to be an artist. You need to believe in miracles. You need to believe like miracles are normal for you. And when you start believing that, it'll happen. Like, lights, shimmering lights. So, Adamari, I got Yeuchi Mandela, I got Chillax, and then there was Kannukul Pothivepen, which is a very classical song that Gibran gave. And then suddenly Sadananu came and gave me so many awards and so many streams. And then when I thought, okay, I was in Australia, like, when is my next song going to come? I don't know, man. And then Anju Annapove lands on my lap from A.R. Rahman. So it's like life will give you. You just have to believe that it will come. And during those interim moments, you shouldn't just wait around, sit around and mope. You should just be creative. You should keep moving. You should keep the just the momentum going, because momentum is everything. Even in terms of manifestation or even in terms of creativity, அந்த மொமெண்டம் பண்ணிகிட்டே இருக்கணும், சந்தோஷமாக இருக்கணும். சந்தோஷமான மனசுலேருந்து தான் இசை வரும், இசை இருக்கிற மனசுலேருந்து தான் இன்னும் இசை வரும். அந்த ஒரு சந்தோஷத்தை தான் எனர்ஜி அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறோம். ஸோ ஐ கெஸ் வாட் ஐ வாண்ட் டு சே இஸ் காட் கீப் பிலீவ் இன் மிரக்கிள்ஸ் அண்ட் தென் இல் கீப் கம்மிங். It'll just keep coming. Yeah.
You heard it. You heard it. You heard it. You heard it. It will keep coming. That is amazing.
It'll keep coming.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. முன்னாடி வந்து I think singer அப்படின்னா அவங்களோட கரியர் கிராஃப் வந்து either you sing in sabas as a Carnatic singer, or you would sing in light music,
or you do both,
or you would sing in films. அதுக்கு மீறி ரைட்ஸும் இல்லை, ப்ளஸ் you know what I mean, அந்த காப்பிரைட்ஸ் அதெல்லாம்
கரெக்ட் நம்மளுது அப்படின்னு சொல்லிக்கிறதுக்கு நமக்கு
இருந்திருக்கல. you either had to be a music director or a composer.
கண்டிப்பா அதுக்கு டர்ம்ஸ் இருக்கு, அது பாக்ஸஸ்ல போட்டு வெச்சு. ஆமா, இப்போ
வந்து do you feel like independent music is changing that?
இப்போ பேச வேண்டிய விஷயம் அது அனுஷா. ஸோ இண்டிபெண்ட் மியூசிக் இஸ் ஸோ ஹியூஜ் நவ். ஐ மீன் இண்டி அண்ட் எல்லாரும் கேட்குறாங்க, மக்கள் கேட்குறாங்க. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஆஃப் ஆல் நம்ம வந்துட்டு பார்த்தா ரசனை ஆஃப் த பீப்புள். இண்டிலேருந்து இன்னைக்கு பெரிய ஆளானவங்க ரொம்ப பேர் இருக்காங்க. ஐ கேன் கிவ் யூ அ பிக் லிஸ்ட் ஆஃப் பீப்புள், ரைட்? ஸ்டார்டிங் ஃப்ரம் சனா டு ஷான் ரோல்டன், தமிழில் நார்த்தில் அனூப் ஜெயின், யூ ஹாவ் so many people. So like it's like a no-brainer now to make your own songs. But also, as you say, and that goes back to the point I made earlier about the singer being someone who's just bestowed opportunity on. It's not like that. We need to create our own opportunity. இங்கும்போது இண்டி நம்மளே கம்போஸ் பண்ணி நம்மளே வந்து ஒரு பாட்டை கிரியேட் பண்ணுறதுல ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமும் இருக்குது. So last 2 years I've been working a lot in that. I've been working very hard, like literally burning the midnight oil, and I've got now a corpus of around 10 to 12 songs that I'm ready to kind of roll out over the next, say, year or two. And what's exciting is I'm a singer songwriter. So நான் தமிழில் வார்த்தைகள் எழுதி நானே மெட்டமைச்சு பாடி I produce it as well. ஒரு 80% I produce it, but also I engage producers, music producers from outside. If I want a beat work or something special, I would go and create something. So ஒன்று வந்து லேபிள் இண்டி ஒன்று வரப்போகுது.
Okay.
So I've signed with Devo Warner.
Oh wow, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you so much. So the song is coming out really soon. And this podcast, I think, is one of the few ones where I've actually mentioned it.
Wow.
Kadal Nurayil is the name of the song. And it's going to come out really soon. So give me all your love.
Absolutely. Please do.
show it. And so அந்த பாட்டு வருது. But also, I'm writing more. ஸோ இட்ஸ் நாட் லைக் சாருலதா மணி பண்ணுறாங்கிறதுனால அது ராக பேஸ்டாக அப்படியே கர்நாடிகாலாம் இருக்காது. அது வந்து ப்ராப்பராக கமர்ஷியலாக இருக்கும். கமர்ஷியலாக இருக்கும், ஜாலியாக இருக்கும், பட் அதில் மெலடி இருக்கும், ராகமும் இருக்கும். ஸோ அப்படி தான்.
Very exciting. Very exciting. உங்களோட next projects or next shows?
Yeah, so I've sung in some pretty cool films, high-stake films, big budget ones, banner ones, which are nice actually because those are places there where you feel like what you contribute makes a big change to the economy of cinema. So you feel good. So that has happened for me. Releases coming out. And I've been like, yeah, so I did a show with Rahman sir. So that was a big milestone, my first ever live show with him. So that makes a lot of difference. Adhe mari singers, you have ISA MRA that's doing a lot of good work in collecting royalties on behalf of the singers. So I guess, as you say, now the awareness is really increased, and everybody pan India is together, banding together to make a change.
Yeah.
So I think that trend is also really heartwarming to see.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So the show is called This Is Me.
Yeah.
So I want you to use 5 adjectives to describe yourself.
Shall I use 5 adjectives to describe you?
No. இதுதான் வந்தவங்க எல்லாருமே ட்ரூ ஆர்டிஸ்ட்னு ப்ரூவ் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க எங்ககிட்ட. எல்லாரோட மூஞ்சியுமே ஒரு மாதிரி அஷ்டகோலலாம் போகும். இந்த கொஸ்டின் கேட்போம், என்னை பற்றி நானே எப்படி சொல்லிக்கிறது?
அது சொன்னா மிகைப்படுத்தி சொல்ற மாதிரி இருக்கும், இல்லைன்னா நம்மளை பற்றி நம்மளை அசிங்கப்படுத்திக்கிற மாதிரி
இல்லை
இல்லை தெரியலையே. சரி, I'm going to be like objective, stand back and try to see who I am.
Yes.
5 adjectives. Spiritual, reflective, authentic, very creative.
No doubt.
Fearless.
That's amazing. இது கரெக்டாக சாலிடாக இருந்தது. Beautiful. This is amazing.
And Anusha, so you said you dance, you sing and all of that, right? So where do you see yourself in 5 years? Because you do have a talent on screen and you look like someone who can really get into people's heads and pull stuff out of that.
You think so? Thank you.
Well, you've made me talk more than usual, so I think something you said for that. Yeah.
Thank you. I genuinely don't know. நான் வந்து ரொம்ப அவ்வளோ ஃபார்வர்டாக பிளான் பண்ணதே இல்லை என் வாழ்க்கையிலே. I'm 34 now.
Yeah.
And I've only done arts.
You're revealing your age on screen. It's a very authentic personality. Yeah.
I don't know.
I used to be doing that and my mother said, நீ இப்போ நிறுத்த போறியா இல்லையா, ஏன்னா ஏன் வயசு எல்லாரும் இது பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கா. So I said, okay, I'm going to shut up now.
That sounds bad. But நான் நிஜமாவே I feel like sometimes என்னையே நான் கொஸ்டின் பண்ணுவேன், எப்படி நான் இவ்வளோ நாள் சர்வைவ் ஆனேன், வெறும் ஆர்ட்ஸ் பண்ணிட்டு எப்படி சர்வைவ் ஆனேன்னு தெரியல. ஸோ எனக்கு பெருசாக 5-year plan அப்படி எதுவும் இல்லை. I just want to continue doing.
Yeah, you want to continue doing it and see where the road takes you, right? So believe in miracles. அதே தான். I mean, but I think most artists I know who are very good, authentic, the tide floats them.
No, I learned a lot from just speaking to you today.
Thank you.
I think there's a lot of takeaway for me. I'm pretty sure even the people that are watching who are aspiring artists or who are existing artists would draw so much inspiration from your words. ஏன்னா நீங்கள் ஆத்தென்டிக்னு சொல்கிறதுக்கு முன்னாடி நீங்கள் ஆத்தென்டிக்னு ரொம்ப எவிடெண்ட்டாக தெரிஞ்சது ஃப்ரம் த வே யூ ஆர்டிகுலேட்டட் யுவர் தாட்ஸ் ஆர் ஐ டோன்ட் நோ. நீங்கள் அந்த என்ன அதில் மூழ்கி இருக்கோன்னு சொல்கிற மாதிரி நீங்கள் அப்படியே அந்த ஆர்ட்லேயே மூழ்கி இட்ஸ் வெரி எவிடென்ட்.
Yeah, it's a way of life.
Yeah, so that's beautiful. So I hope that I can do something like that with my own art.
It will come. I mean,
அவ்வளோதான்.
You can even try to write a script and direct it, I feel, because
we will leave it.
Yeah, you know, again I say that women in cinema are not very many.
True.
And those who are there, I think they're very blessed, and you know, the people I admire like J.S. Nandini, Inspector Rishi, and there are people I really admire who worked so hard to get where they are.
I think இப்போ maybe if I were to start now, it would have been a lot more easier. நான் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ண டைம்ல வந்து I was 16 years old.
Yeah.
So first of all, இப்போ வாட்ஸ்அப் எல்லாம் எதுவும் கிடையாது, ஃபோனே கிடையாது. So it was a more scary place to be in.
I hear you.
Yeah, and I think I became a choreographer at 23, which is also way too young.
It is too young. Yeah.
for a film industry or even otherwise. என்ன experience இருந்திருக்கும் எனக்கு 23ல. So I mean I had a good run for as long as it lasted, but after a point எனக்கு அங்க set ஆகல is the only word I always
Anyway,
use.
you know, என்ன கம்ஃபர்ட்டா இருக்கோ நீங்க
Yeah.
ஆனா you just have to keep rolling
Yeah,
with
yeah.
it, I guess.
So
Yeah.
it's nice to always it's nice to always hear people talk about what they are passionate about.
Because at the end of the day, passion wins.
Yeah.
What we are comfortable doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, you know, yeah.
So I'm glad. I mean, everything had to happen the way it happened, so I
Yeah.
could be where I am.
I know, brilliant. And I've been watching your episodes, really good. I look forward to
you.
more from you, Anusha.
Thank you so much.
Definitely.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for doing this with us. I truly appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a good one.